Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
My name's Nando Brown.
I'm Rosie Havenden.
We're from the School of Canine Science, and we've got a really Christmassy,
Very Christmassy
story to tell you.
I'm not very well today, so you're going to have to bear with me. I've had vestibulitis for the last couple of days, which means I get vertigo. So I can't really tell you which way is up, whether or not we're just upside down in a submarine. Because they could. Yeah, just.
Okay. So. December the 4th, my 40th birthday.
It is.
It was. So we had been out and we'd driven back and we'd spotted a little dog.
Yeah, a little black and white dog.
So me and Joe have just come back from picking up the little man, and on the way back we found a little stray puppy. Spot dogs all the time.
See them all the time. They're 10 a penny here. You can't move the dogs. It's only on smaller occasions that we meet dogs like this one who aren't thriving on the street, who are either too friendly, too much of an obvious pet dog gone wrong, or else are ill or just not doing okay. So this little guy definitely fell under that, didn't he?
Literally, we did a video on this like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll put a link to that.
There.
No.
Or
Maybe.
No, we don't get that choice. I think it's there.
So we could tell from the outset that he wasn't doing well.
It wasn't doing really well. He was really, really skinny.
Really skinny. Looked really young. He thought it was a puppy.
Yeah.
He just looked scabby.
And, it actually took us about 5 days. So after my first day of trying to catch him, we saw him repeatedly, but in just when it was completely inappropriate. We had the car full of dogs. So I just spotted him again, but now with 4 dogs in the car, there's no way that I can pick him up at the moment. I was going to spend time trying to get hold of him. So I now have to go back, drop the dogs off again, and see if I can come out and get him. Or the baby needed to get home, or whatever it was, we couldn't stop and spend the time to try and get him.
But he wasn't doing well with the cars either, was he?
No, he had zero road sense.
Yeah, he was getting beeped at, he was making his way. So one morning I drove up to school to drop Santino off, and I had to avoid him, and I could see all the cars behind me going out, and I got out of the car and chased him off the road. Because he was otherwise he was going to get. And both of us said he'd be dead by Christmas, if not killed by the cars, then by his ill health, because he wasn't doing that.
At the moment, he's got such a big flight distance that I can't even get near him. With him being so far away, makes trying to trap him a lot harder. But the state that he's in, he's going to end up a dog that's not going to survive on the streets, so he definitely needs help. Fuck it. This has just scared the dog off. He's heading up towards the road, which is not good. Fuck it. Let's see if I can get him down now. No. Fuck it. Right, here we go. I'm going to see if I can round him back down into that area down there. It's going to be quite tough, but there he goes. Got it. It's just behind this tree. Hey kid, oh, there's another dog there. Fuck's sake, man. Hey! Oh no. Oh, that's a game changer. Hey! How's it going, buddy? Oh. You chow down, my friend. You chow down. Oh, you've got a collar on. You've got a collar on, haven't you? So this is one way to spend your 40th birthday. Trying to get these dogs. Now this is somebody's dog, obviously. And that's an arsehole. So with the way that it stands at the moment, the chance of me catching either of these dogs is going to be pretty slim. They've had a decent meal now. I've left some water out for them, but it's getting dark. And this lad's got a collar on, which makes me think that he actually lives local to here. So I'm going to keep trying, but I've got a feeling we'll be out looking for him again tomorrow. Fingers crossed. So I've had a really good look round now. I was just about to say I think I've lost him, but I've fucking seen one. Oh man, I've just seen him. Hey! Damn it. I think I'm gonna have to admit defeat on this one. It's getting properly dark outside, and I've lost sight of both dogs. So after about 5 days of tracking him down and following him and trying to trap him and all that kind of stuff, he wouldn't come anywhere near me. And then one evening I came back, I spent about an hour trying to get him, and then realised that he had nothing, he wanted nothing to do with men. So Jo, being the rescue ninja that she is,
So I thought I'd go down and give it my best shot. I've trapped quite a few dogs before, and I just thought, you know, sometimes sometimes dogs respond better to women than men, and that seems to be quite a common thing in Spain. I think mainly because the men tend to be the farmers and the people out there beating them. Actually, to be honest, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so I went down there, and I was really lucky because I pulled up and the light was going down, so it was getting dark, and I was thinking I'm not going to be able to bloody video this because it's pitch black. I thought I'd put my lights on, so I put my lights on, and as I put my lights on, a car came up the hill and pulled over next to me, and a couple got out, and they said, "Oh, you trying to get that dog?" And they spoke English, and I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Oh, we've been feeding him. He's not very well, is he?" And I said, "No, I don't think he is." And they said, "Oh, we rescue chihuahuas, and we can't have him in our house because we've got, like, I can't remember what they said. 20 chihuahuas and 2 shepherds. But, you know, we've been trying to help. And so they helped me catch him. And eventually what we did is we basically just made a triangle and came in the middle, and blind faith that he wouldn't bite me. He laid on his back, like stiff as a board, legs up, and just let me pick him up. And just stayed stiff as a board, and I put him in the boot of the car.
Bless him.
Just like an ironing board, he was just like this. And so then we got him back here, and I stuck him out in that pen in that first night. And I was really surprised because as soon as I put him in the kennel up there, he was different, wasn't he?
He relaxed, didn't he?
Relaxed a lot, like went all wiggly with me.
Yeah, he was still worried about me.
Yeah.
But it was much more relaxed.
Yeah, as soon as I put him in there, I was like, ooh, wiggly, frightened, but probably just trying to survive, to be fair.
Mm. First thing now, we're off on our way to see this dog. We haven't called him anything yet. What are we calling him?
I'm going to call him Saint.
Don't call him Saint.
Yeah, he's called Saint. It's Christmas time. He's called Saint.
Call him Crimbo.
No, Saint.
Crimbo?
Saint.
Saint shit.
Saint's a great name. He looks like a saint, yeah.
Anyway, he spent the night in our stable last night. Hey, he's come out. Good morning.
Good morning, little man.
Did. I'll change his camera around.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, little one.
Hey, buddy.
Hello, little baby. Look at his hackles.
Come on, easy. Easy. Oh, there's a little wee. Just had a weed himself.
Good puppy.
Hello.
Little puppy.
He's had a big poo over there.
Hello, little puppy. Hey, little did. Hey, little did. Oh, it's a good boy.
Yeah, good boy. I did.
Tucked right in. Good morning, Did. That's a good boy for getting down.
And that's it.
Good boy.
Hello, Did. You got to be nice and quiet with this, Did. He's scared, I can't call him Saint. That's fucking ludicrous. That's ridiculous.
Why?
That's a ridiculous name.
Hello, little Saint. Really cool. He's really such crap mate.
I think he's going to come round.
Yeah, I think he's going to come round.
Boy.
Are you checking the camera?
So he spent about 5 nights up in the stable, and then it got cold.
And during that time, we had to introduce him to this lot.
Yeah, so he sniffed and kind of met the others, and then we let him out a little bit by bit.
We let him in the training field and had that lunch. Remember, we sat and we had lunch.
Yeah.
And we sat and had like a little picnic outside the gate of the training field so that he could come over and say hello and we'd give him some food.
Isn't it amazing how quickly they turn around?
And then one night it got really cold, and we were worried about him staying out in the stable, so we locked him in our conservatory, didn't we? We just has slowly been coming round since then. But he was poorly. He was definitely poorly. He was like struggling to walk.
Well, as soon as we got him in the conservatory, we were able to physically examine him a bit more, weren't we?
Yeah.
And he would come and kind of crawl up to me and to you and kind of give us a little bit of a greeting and let us sit down and just gently stroke him. So we started doing that, and as we did that more, we realised that he had like kind of scabs all over his belly. He had his nail beds were all kind of like deep and black. And he had paws.
Paws were just crusty and they were falling apart, weren't they? They were really horrible. Anyway, I noticed that the symptoms that he had looked very much like a disease out here called leishmaniasis. Convinced he had leash and took him to the vet. But we're on our way to the vets. Nothing serious, just we're having him checked out, making sure that he's okay. Getting him treated and looked after. I have a sneaky suspicion he's got a disease called leishmaniasis. Not the end of the world, but it isn't ideal either. So I'm not sure how much footage I'll be able to get in the vets, because obviously I've got to look after him, but I'll give you an update as soon as I get out. It's alright, baby boy. Alright, okay.
Ya está. Listo.
Good boy. Whew. So that was quite stressful. Really stressful for him, bless him. But got it tested. We'll ring tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and find out what's going on. Hola, buenos días. ¿Hablas inglés?
Un poco, dígame.
We brought in our dog for a test for leishmaniasis yesterday, the day before yesterday. And we were just wondering what the results were.
Okay, wait a minute. Can you tell me your surname, please?
Brown.
Okay, wait a minute. It's negative.
It's negative.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I reckon that little brown dog's probably his mum.
Yeah, I think you might be right. To our utter surprise...
They said it was negative, so that he didn't have a leash. And you were like, whoa.
Really?
Like,
You
this
sure?
is everything I know of this disease.
Yeah. And I'm not a fucking vet, but I've seen it.
And I automatically just thought, right, well, we need to work out what is wrong with him then. Because he's got these symptoms, he's unwell, and he's really lethargic. Like, and not just recovery lethargic, like you get that kind of like lethargy when you bring a dog in from a traumatic experience, and sometimes they take 2 or 3 months to pick up again, and there's that kind of like tiredness and all that kind of stuff. But it was different. It was more like proper exhaustion, and he was walking like he was walking on hot coals out there.
It really was walking like it was on hot coals. So we booked him into my original vet, my proper vet, and they had a really, really good look at him. They gave him a MOT and retested him for leishmaniasis.
And we discovered all kinds of things.
We are going to take Zeus to the vets because he's an old man and his legs are hurting him, and we're going to get some pain management. And we're taking, what's his name?
Navidad.
Navi to the vet because he's all kinds of There's a little mat there.
He's sleeping on a nappy.
Zeus, thank you. That's a good boy. So much better this time.
He's a lot more confident now than he was, isn't he? There's something not right.
No.
He's
Look
not
like
well.
leish. The nails, the glands, the skin.
Well then, will we test him?
I'm going to take a blood sample, but I'm going to check like not only leish, because there is quick test that you put the blood, it's only negative or positive.
Right.
Sometimes you have a title very low, but a lot of sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably he feel pains when try to walk.
Yeah, he definitely does, because he just holds his legs up in the air. Okay. I'm gonna make you better.
You're up, my Mexican.
Good boy. Good boy, I know.
Que no tenga yo algo especial para ti, ¿eh?
Oh,
Algo
what a
especial para
good
ti.
boy.
Sí.
Now on the first night, when I tried to trap him the first time round, we actually bumped into another dog, didn't we? And she was in a right old state.
But she had a collar, didn't she?
She had a collar on, but we haven't seen her again since.
But whenever we used to see her, she would leg it back to whence she came, wouldn't she?
Well, yeah, down a particular path, but we've not seen her, or
No, I don't know, maybe she's died.
maybe.
The thing is,
Merry Christmas.
with the cold weather out here, a lot of the dogs won't survive the winter, will they?
No, I think they will. They will survive it.
Like the ones that have thrived, well, like those ones like that, little gang.
Yeah, if they're on borderline anyway, if they're unhealthy and they're struggling, then the cold will kill them. I mean, it's not like fucking Canada,
No.
but they're acclimatised to heat,
Yeah.
proper heat. Well, we got the results back, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we got the results back from the vets, and they said
Negative.
negative.
Again.
We were fucking astounded. So, and this
And they
was
tested like a real proper test, didn't they?
they
Proper
did
blood
a
test
deep
and-
test, but they have said there are different levels in their protein, and it could be one of a number of different diseases that can all be sorted out by antibiotics, but a different set of antibiotics. So I've got to go back down to the vets, collect that prescription, go and get it, and start feeding that. However, being on the antibiotics that he's on for his
now,
feet,
it's amoxicillin, isn't it?
God,
What
what
a
a dog.
difference. What a difference.
Totally different.
Running around outside like a mentalist, picking things up in his mouth, stealing stuff off the sides, stealing stuff off the mallees.
It's just
like,
coming round, isn't it? It's becoming
Came in here
who he
today.
actually is.
Came in here today, crept up onto the sofa.
Slowly creeping into the house and now creeping up onto the sofa. So this dog is Navi, but the problem with this boy is that he is...
Going to be a sticky dog, isn't he?
he's going to be a sticky dog.
Really hard to rehome. Like we rehomed Maisie, a big Mastin, a couple of weeks ago.
Boom.
And
Like that.
couldn't we fought off how many people wanted that dog.
Yeah.
And I can see why. I would have wanted that dog.
She was beautiful, she was friendly, she was
Big,
everything.
healthy and social.
Now, Navi isn't that dog.
No.
Okay? He's likely to be fearful or nervous in certain situations for the rest of his life.
And he's likely to be nervous when he meets his new owners, when eventually they come.
It will take him. It will take him days to come round to them. So this isn't a dog for novice owners. If this is like your first dog, this is not the dog for you.
No.
This dog's always likely to be nervous, like forever. But if somebody was going to take him on, they could really change his life. It'd be a proper rehabilitation. Right, not long ago put out a video saying that, you know, some dogs just shouldn't be home to towns and that kind of stuff. He's never going to cope in a big city. He's never going to cope. He's going to need like special attention forever, probably. But he's already making a bit of a comeback. He's doing well.
He recovers quickly, but he will always need recovery time.
Yeah.
And he's always going to be a little bit frightened and nervous about new things, I think.
So who do you think the right owner is for this dog?
Someone with an understanding of fearful dogs, ideally. Someone who takes pleasure in working with those sorts of dogs.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who... I quite enjoy working with a scaredy cat. No, I've always enjoyed working with dogs that are a bit emotional and a bit frightened and that you have to bring round and, you know, you have to go through that journey with them. But I know there are people who really don't enjoy working with that sort of dog because you can't get enough quick enough.
Yeah.
You don't get that instant gratification. It's a lot of a slower, you know, people who enjoy building that trust up and who've got lots of tools as to how to build that trust up and how to manage when the dog freaks out. He's not a biter at all.
No.
Like no. Nothing.
Doesn't mean that he won't.
No, if he's back in the corner, I'm sure he would. I'm sure any dog would. But he's not. There's nothing there, is there?
Yeah, he certainly doesn't want to put any teeth on anybody.
Yeah.
He's got on well with all of the dogs.
All of the dogs. Yeah, every single one. When we first introduced him to the first dog, there was a bit of barking. Can't remember.
But he was growling, and he was really wary of Khaleesi. They're now best mates.
They're now best mates. And he's best mates with everybody, to be fair. And he's pretty non-offensive. He listens to everybody. Yeah. Doesn't he? But we don't know how he will, because he's had so much material deprivation. I don't know how his behaviour is going to change over time. I get the impression from just little things that when he really settles in somewhere, he might have resource issues. He's a whisper dog, isn't he?
He is a whisper dog. You naturally just go, oh, hello mate, alright, how's it going?
He's not one of those dogs where you go, oh, alright buddy, come in here, just go.
You need to be soft, you need to be gentle, you need to have...
Patient.
Shit tons of patience.
He's going to be a dog that's going to take a lot of time.
He's going to take time.
And a lot of doing nothing, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A lot of just... You know, the reason that he's come round to us isn't because we've been sitting there clicking, treating and doing counter condition stuff. Don't get me wrong, that stuff I'm sure would help him.
We've been letting him take his time.
It's just at his pace, and he's just the sort of dog that you're going to need to bring into your home and let live with you for a while.
So if you've got this far and you are interested in Navi, then don't be afraid to send one of us a message, and we will try and organise you
coming out to see him, because the thing is that the journey to having him isn't going to be as quick, straightforward as it would be if you just nip down to Battersea and go and find a dog there that you like.
No.
It's going to require someone coming out and visiting him once at least, maybe twice, but once at least, coming out here and meeting him here and developing ideally a little relationship with him.
Yeah.
He's then going to have to get his passport, which will take 21 days.
Which costs about €100. He'll have to get transport, which to the UK is around €300.
And that's not as much of a ball ache as you think it is. At the end of the day, he goes in a dog van, which will have been specially made with you know all the right things. They do loads of stops. He's not going to fly. He will just go in the back of a van and they'll drive him over to England.
Or you can come down and drive over yourself and
pick him up, stick him in the back of your car, drive him over and get the ferry back, which isn't, you can get dog-friendly cabins. It really isn't, it's not that expensive and it's not much of a ball ache. No. This dog, we need to see you with it. You need
to have an interest in behaviour. It's not a case of this dog will go with anyone.
That said, you don't need to be a behaviourist.
No. You do have to have an interest
In it, yeah.
If you are not the right home for Navi, you can actually still help. There are 3 things that you can do. One is to like the video, give it a thumbs up. 2 is to comment, even if it is Navi looks stunning, that will help the platform to push this video to more and more people. 3, subscribe if you're on YouTube and hit the bell for notifications, or if you're on Facebook, share it.
Yeah, share the hell out of it this Christmas, because I think he's going to be a really difficult dog to rehome. And I think, yeah, what the hell?
We need to find the right home, and you can help us do that. And it costs you fucking nothing. Costs you nothing. So please.
And I know there are hundreds and thousands of dogs in the UK who need homes as well. Totally get it. But we've got one here in our living room. So, just before we go, vital stats for Navi.
What?
Age, 2 years old. Status, unneutered. And I would leave him unneutered. He's only got 1 ball, and it's not fully distended. And I also... Descended, did I say?
Yeah.
And it's also... he's also fearful at the moment. I wouldn't neuter him, would you?
No, I wouldn't neuter him, no.
No. So his entire... what breed is he?
Yes.
So breed, we think he's a maybe Podenco in there somewhere.
I think there's the vet thinks there's Bodigero in there.
Bodigero in there.
He looks Galgo-ish. He's got sighthoundy about him, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very sighthoundy.
There could be Podenco. There could be all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, but just to give people something to look at. Those are probably.
It's very Spanish.
A little Spanish hunting dog.
Very Spanish. He's lovely.
He is very sweet, very affectionate, character-wise. So, I need to get myself back off to bed, I think.
Yeah, I think you do. Merry Christmas.
Feliz Navidad. Spanish, yeah.
Do the song.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Ah.
And that's all I know, so...